Hello everyone. I thought I would talk this morning. It's pretty early, but I thought I would talk about sleep and some grief. You might hear some birds because I'm outside, and just some other things that have to do with cancer sometimes and just regular life. So one thing with me as a cancer patient, I don't sleep well very often. This morning it's pretty early. The sun is coming up. It looks beautiful, and sometimes I don't get very many hours in a row, and it's not anything that I feel like I have very much control over a lot of the time. So this morning when I woke up, I just thought I'm gonna get up and talk a little bit. So I think that it's normal as this kind of thing is going on to have problems with sleep. I know that there are medications to help with that. If you have not tried any and you have problems sleeping, I certainly would recommend trying some. I have tried some in the past and they don't work for me because I think my brain is on overdrive, so I wake up regardless as soon as they wear off, and I choose not to use them then and just hopefully tire myself out during the day. Sometimes that works and sometimes it really doesn't matter. But anyway, there's that. And then I wanted to touch on the power of medications and the power of counseling and trying to handle grief. So I haven't mentioned this before, but my family lost my youngest sister at the end of January. And it was a sudden loss, and she was only 23. And we all just miss her. So I have I have grief from that. And just the other things that go along with just a minute. With being diagnosed again with cancer and just what that can mean for family and friends. So I have started going to a cancer psychologist, and that started last week, and I just went again yesterday, and it's great. So if you have the opportunity to do something like that, I recommend it just in general, even if you don't have cancer, just to go and get things off your chest to a third party that doesn't know you and has nothing to say but to add advice for things on how to work through things. So I'm a very big proponent of excuse me, of counseling, but my first degree was also in psychology, so I'm all about that kind of stuff and getting ourselves help so that we can be the best that we can be for everyone else around us. So I don't ever look at counseling or the next thing I was going to talk about were medications as a sign of weakness. And if you do, please try to back off of that stigma, because there's so many of us that would benefit from going and talking to somebody just in general life. So there's that. And then also I just wanted to touch on if somebody has suggested taking an antidepressant or something to help with mood as a cancer patient, or even not. These medications are also not a sign of weakness if you would choose to take one. I am on one it also helps with the hot flashes that I get from the chemo. So that's good. And then there's anti-anxiety medications that can help with things, and there's pain medications that can help with pain. And it's really about finding the optimum balance of these things so that you can feel the most like yourself. So none of it is a sign that you're weak in any way. And going to counseling of any kind is not a sign that you're weak in any way. It's a sign that you're strong enough to say, I am going to go do this for myself so that I can start to feel more like myself again and let go of some of this. Now, my grief stuff, it's going to take a while to work through, because shortly after my sister passed, then I was re-diagnosed, and our family has just been, it was just kind of a big derailment from trying to grieve and then have this, and so there's another thing to just, I'm doing okay, but it's just another thing to have grief about, and that's fine. It's really, whatever emotion you feel it, and let it be what it is so that you can move on to the next thing that will be positive. So the day is just starting here. I am going to go inside and make some tea, because I love to make tea and sip on it. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day whenever you see this. And love to you all.